And we're live. Welcome all. I'm your host Don Gotti. This is the Winter War League Week 2 match of the week. Admin cam plus commentary. We have a one hell of a matchup going on this evening, folks. We've got 9PZ against BCR. A match will be starting soon, so hang tight with us. I think they're just waiting on one more player to arrive, so we're going to be getting going any moment now, folks. I've got my co-commentator Sal with me today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this one. This should be a good match. We know 9PZ. I've not seen much of BCR, so I'm interested to see what they're capable of.
Absolutely. 9PZ put on quite a performance last week against L201. I look for them to keep up their aggression like they showed last week. This is definitely a team that really doesn't take their foot off the pedal unless they have to. So definitely curious to see how it plays out. Mid will be interesting. We are on Saint Marie Dumont.
And this is such an interesting match. What side do we have each team on
So
for this
we
match?
are, if I recall correctly, 9PZ will be the Allies, I think, and then BCR will be Axis, if I recall correctly.
All
Should
right.
should make for should make for a fun time.
Yes, Samurai Dumont. That's one of those interesting matches that can go either way. It all depends on point layout.
Really does.
Um, and anything along that road, it turns out to be a real scramble. That main highway on that eastern side,
Oh yes. Yeah,
and
I'm hoping we get to see some really good action as far as some good points here. I don't want to see all this back and forth clear across the map. I'm hoping we get some that are pretty close together. Just makes for a total shit show from both sides.
I'm really hoping that we see some AA network and really see these two teams really battle it right there on those different choke points around that point. Um, Because if it goes to either of the other two sides, it really narrows your attack perspective from both sides of the map actually,
Certainly.
and with all those open fields all over there on the west, and then uh, all the open fields to the far east,
Hmm.
and makes everybody fight pretty much just in the wheat fields, and would really like to see these two teams really battle right in the center, throw some tanks around, and get explosive.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see. I could agree. I hope we see AA Network as a midpoint. I believe, if I recall, I think that's what it was last week, but I could be mistaken. If I recall correctly, yeah. Last week's midpoint should have been AA Network, so we might get that again. Curious to see how it lines up for us, but we'll be finding out here very shortly.
Hopefully, we can get underway soon.
Hmm. I am checking now, but I've got a black screen, so it looks like maybe they're,
Get the server reboot going.
yeah, it appears they may. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a squad here, lock it out. Let's get started. We've already begun. Midpoint, the battle for midpoint is underway. So we will take a peek.
All right, perfect.
All right, let me get some full screen going action here. And we'll take a peek. We are off. It looks to be. We've got an interesting lineup. We've got Pierre's
Ooh.
farm being midpoint. So we're going to see a lot of battles coming from all of these wheat fields, both west, southwest, and east of the point. Let's
And
make a move.
9PZ's got that short route between their point and mid, and
You got it.
BCR's got that long cross
So that'll really come
from
into
Hamlet. Ooh.
9PZ's advantage here. If they're able to cap mid, it's going to be easy for them to really hold and reinforce, given the fact, obviously, that their last point is going to be so close. You see, we've got
But
some trucks
welcome,
dropping
hello,
guys
loose
off.
bands. Welcome to the
Yes.
stream, and welcome to the Diddy Oil Basement Center. This exciting match is brought to you by Diddy Oil. When Diddy wants one more, he's moving to your back door. Grab some Diddy Oil.
All right, we've got Meat Sledge. It looks like he's not taking command this time. Good amount of 9PZ moving in. Hopefully BCR can get off to a better start. I'm curious. Here we go. We got a BCR truck inbound now. We're going to see a lot of guys start piling out here real soon.
Oh, good big hit right out the gate.
Mm-hmm. Huge arty blast going on. Stuff's dropping everywhere. So far, 9PZ about halfway to capping mid from the jump here. I've looked
Yeah,
for this recon Kuko to maybe
BCR's
drop a flare
really
here.
gotta funnel up that road as quickly as possible and get into that point. 9PZ's got all the room to work with, and they really got to get in there and stop that advance right there that 9PZ is putting on.
Absolutely. It looks like 9PZ is just shutting them down as far as Artie's dropping on that western side, or southern side of the point, rather. Plenty of reinforcements coming from 9PZ now. Very little showing from BCR as of right now. We've got some armor movement on the end there. BCR trying to get behind enemy lines with their light tank. Do some damage.
A good RE squad can really do some good things for you, especially on this map.
Oh, certainly.
And
so few areas to traverse. Oftentimes, most of your walkways and whatnot are going to be easily shut down with Artie if done properly. A lot of open fields, hard to traverse across. Well, we've got a full cap here at Pierre's Farm from 9PZ. Curious to see how they go ahead and move.
And that bull cap is brought to you by Magnum Condoms. If you're black, Magnum.
9PZ with a good setup of garrison so far, definitely reinforcing. I look for them to try to push down a little bit farther, gain some ground here. Obviously they don't know what we can see, but there's not many BCR. At least as of right now. We've got some BCR off in the distance. We've got a few guys on their way currently. Potita, engineer, maybe looking to move in and get some satchel action going.
So this is a good opportunity here for 9PZ just to, lock it down, shut down that main road, and control those fields. Uh, as long as they got some sort of control over on the eastern side, they should be able to hold this cap pretty well and really force BCR into having to make a great play.
Absolutely, yeah. If I'm 9PZ here, I'm going to ensure that this eastern side of the map stays completely covered with garrisons or guys, etc. I don't want to give up that eastern portion of the map at all. Not any bit of it. I'm going to send my guys to this blue-red line and try to push and hold ground as best as I can, getting garrisons set up along the way. 9PZ obviously looking to get some garrisons over out to the west. We've got some BCR spawning west of Pierre's Farm in the wheat field over there.
9PZ here has got to be a little bit careful though, with that distance between Pierre's Farm and Hamlet, and you could really spread yourself thin trying to push that fourth point. So if they push too many guys out to that western side, it really pulls a lot of resources off of the cap weight. So I'd say be very careful with that there, 9PZ, and if you don't, and because you just open up the front door if you push too many guys out there.
Correct, yeah. BCR can definitely take advantage if 9PZ decides to get a little too big for their britches and overextend. We've got some BCR trying to work their way up this eastern side. They're definitely giving this, they took the garrison out that was over here, so they're definitely giving them a little run for their money, but with the lineup that 9PZ is bringing to this eastern side of the map, I don't look for those two guys to make much of an impact here. Very curious to see what BCR is doing. Let's perhaps take a look. We've got some guys spawning out in this western wheat field. A few
Just in my
here.
opinion, I think this would be a great opportunity for 9PZ on that eastern field and where the hedgerows open up, and set up an 8C gun there, control that road, don't let anything come down that road, and just control the two main routes into the strong point.
So we've got 9PZ marking a garrison. We obviously have enemy supplies landing. Nothing much from BCR yet. Not a whole lot of battle going on anywhere other than the point. But I'm curious where a majority of their team is actually at.